In this video, we are covering the Schlage IP gateway. Let's take a look at it. So here's some of the requirements to properly program the system. You need to have an Engage gateway with the latest firmware, LE or NDE wireless locks, ready to go. ACM 6.6 or later, and a network access for all devices. So you need to have the Engage gateway connected to the network and be visible by ACM system. Before you start the configuration, you must have those steps done. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to connect or have any card reads from your wireless locks. So make sure that you know the correct card format that you're using, whatever cards are you using in there, and the facility code. You have to create the proper card format with the correct facility code for this to work. Without it, you will not going to receive any error message from the lock. So the locking IP mode is very restricted and will not send any feedback into ACM to alert you for any sort of problem with card format or facility code. So once again, make sure the card format and the facility code are correct in your card format when you are assigning this to that wireless lock. Go to the internet and download the Allegiant app, the Engage app. Install that in your smart device, tablet, smartphone, whatever you're using. Create an account. Go into that application and create a account for you. And then once you have that account created, and this step also very important, you will have to create a site using ACM interface. We're covering this in the video here in just a second. Make sure that you do not create a site from the Allegiant application. Do not create a site using the Allegiant application. Do that through ACM. Once that's created, then you can go into the Allegiant app, add the gateway to that site and the wireless locks as well. So we'll cover that in a separate video. This video is focused on the configuration on the ACM side. So this is the Engage app. It's running my phone. I have already configured, just for safe time, I'm just going to show you how to add those devices. You already see my devices added in there. So all you have to do is just go up here in the plus sign right there. Just click Add. This screen comes up. So here you can go ahead and enter that bolt, or you can enter an LE. Down below here's the ND lock, but you will start always with a gateway. So you're starting this from scratch, so go ahead and add the gateway. You have to go ahead and click on that gateway. This will go and search any gateway that are here, and mine is not going to show because my gateway is already added, but you will see the gateway here, and then just follow the prompts to add the gateway to the software. Once you have the gateway added, then repeat the process to enter your wireless locks. In this case, let me go ahead and show you how you do the NDE. You click that. Instructions are pretty clear on screen. You're just gonna go ahead and twist the handle and then hit the next there, and you keep hitting the handle until the lock comes up here on the screen. If the lock is already added to a system, like in the case here of mine, then no devices will show up. So just make sure that you see that. Okay, so it has to be a reset device. I always suggest, once again, that you reset all your wireless locks before you start. Just follow the process. The instructions are provided with the lock itself. Just follow those instructions. It's pretty simple to reset to default factory just in case. Okay, things will go a lot smoother. Then once that's done, you should see this. You will see your wireless locks in your gateway. So you'll go ahead and log into your gateway. It takes a little bit of time. Once you connect it, you're going to see that your Engage gateway will blink a red, it will blink a blue LED. So the LED is blinking, indicating that you are connected. And then you're gonna go to Link Devices. So in Link Devices, I already have my devices here linked. If you start from scratch, once again, you're going to click in that plus sign right there. And you're just going to link the devices that you already added to your Engage software. In this case, mine are already added, so I don't have any in there. So that's, once you finish adding, this is what's going to show up. You will see all your wireless locks added to your Engage gateway. And then a couple of settings in here that you can do. You can do firmware updates. I would suggest you do through here. It's faster than trying to do from the ACM application. So this will give you a faster firmware update. Also, settings here for the gateway itself. You can go in here and select some of the things. You can add the IP address of the gateway and all the IP configuration, as well as under the advanced settings. You can see the firmware version that you're running, serial number, and other things in here, interface and everything else. So this will give you a good indication how that device is running. And that's pretty much it. So the process on this gateway on the software is pretty simple. Just follow those steps and you should be able to add the gateway and then attach the locks to the gateway. Once that's done, then you can go in ACM and add that over there. Important step here, make sure that the site you have to, I'm going to go ahead and leave that. The site that I have here is being created by ACM. So you need to go to ACM first, create the site using the ACM interface in external systems. And once you have that, then you come back to this software and add the devices. Do not add a site here using this interface expecting that to work with ACM, because it will not. So make sure that this site is created by ACM. Once you create an ACM, it will automatically show up in here if you're logging in using the same account. And after that, you should be able to see your gateway and your wireless locks in the system. And that's pretty much covers the configuration for the gateway. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So in this first phase, we're gonna go ahead and add the gateway. So you need to, first of all, go to external systems right here. And then in external systems, I'm gonna go ahead and go to select. So this is a new option in ACM 6.6. And you're gonna create a site. I already have my demo site created. The process is actually pretty simple. You're just gonna go click that, enter the site name. Mine is pre-populating this information already, but you basically would just enter the site name that you want, the username and password to connect your Engage account. Once you do that, you'll go ahead and hit save, and then you will get this information here. And then once you have that defined, now I can go ahead and go to physical access panels. I'm gonna go ahead and create a new panel right there. So this is all my regular panels that I have in my system here. This is, click right here to add a new panel. Go ahead and give this a name. I'm gonna go ahead and call this IP gateway. Vendor. You have a new hardware vendor here in ACM 6.6. It's Schlage. Click that. Hit install. Go ahead and select the site. That's how important. This is why you need to have the site. So you have to create the site from ACM. Don't create the site using the Schlage application, because ACM will not see that using their app. Application means the app on your smart device. So create the site here in ACM under external systems, and then once you have that, that site will populate your app. So you'll see the site in there. The site is what holds your gateway and all the locks inside it. So you could have multiple sites, multiple customers, and using that, you can keep them separate. It will be the same username and log into your account, in which in your account you could have multiple sites where each site represents one customer. So I'm gonna go ahead and click here on mine. Once I do that, go ahead and hit save. Physical access and all that not necessary, but obviously a good idea to enter that, where is this located. And then I'm just gonna go here and enter the IP address. Hit save. Once the gateway is added, you can now go in here and see the gateway now is connected right there. And now you have the option to add the doors. So these wireless locks are the ones that are already connected to my gateway. So all I have to do now is either click the door here or go to doors and add a new one. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. So you can click add a door. Notice that it's connected. This might take a little bit of time to come in. So when you first connect, you might have to refresh for the doors to appear over here. Okay, so go ahead and click that. Add a door. It's going to ask me for a template. I'm going to go ahead and just delete the template there. I'm going to call this my NDE wireless lock and vendor Schlage. Installed IP gateway, and I can come here and pick the right lock right there. Functions are right over here, so if you need to enter any functions or any other details, you can go ahead and enter them in here. I'm going to go ahead and just click details, hit save, and this will go and create a door. Add the card formats you want. In this case, I'm just going to use a typical card format, time, all that. I'm going to keep it the way it is, hit save, and I'm basically done. Now the wireless lock is there. Then next, I can either add the next door in here or go back to the panel, look for that. So I'm just going to go ahead and add it directly from here. And now I'm going to add the LE lock that I have here. So I'm just going to call this LE wireless lock. Vendor, once again, Schlage. This will come in, look into the gateway that I have, and I'll pick the right one. Click in details right there. Any other functions I want to change, I can go ahead and do it over here. Here's the functions for the lock function. And I'm just going to keep it like that simple and just go ahead and do save. And this will go and create the other door. And once that's done, again, click details, and I like to have details checked. All right, so now that is 26-bit. Okay, I'm good with that. Just go ahead and hit save. And then after this is done, I can go ahead and look at the doors. And my LE lock should be right there. It's online connected, and my NDE the same way, ready to go.